taking a walk in downtown Oxford, and well, it's that time of year and I'm looking for a special gift for someone special, and well, I came across Mark A. Young Jewelers, so I'm going to go inside and check it out and see what they have to offer. Hi there, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Mark Young. Welcome to our shop.
David Custer, I can't wait to see what you have here.
Well, great, David. Come on in.
All right.
Michael, my best friend, was being groomed to be a jeweler to take over the family business. And I was going to college. At the time, we were living together, creating sterling, turquoise, coral bracelets, rings, and so forth. That we were consigning to a couple party stores. Now, mind you, this is back in the early 70s. And so the pieces, surprisingly, were actually selling. So there was an opening, and I hadn't decided yet what my major was going to be for college. So I had my 2 years in for an associate's, and I took an opportunity to one of the finer jewelers in Troy at that time, which is where I was mentored and apprenticed to be a goldsmith. I was there for 4 years, and then I moved on to another firm that specialized in stone setting. So I got to see what very high quality stone setting was, whether it be diamonds, color, so forth. And I was there for 11 years as their goldsmith. And then in the early 90s, I struck out on my own, opened an office in Bloomfield, and I was there for another 10 years. And then I found Oxford to be quite a beautiful little town, and so I ended up here in 1999 and got the storefront open in 2003.
And how's it going for you here in Oxford?
It's very solid, as a matter of fact. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary in August, and the people here are very warm, they're genuine, and there's a lot of high quality people here. And I think they're finding that, through the greatest recession we've had, that we have had some resilience, which I think instills confidence in people in order to continue on business. And I can see people are becoming much more confident again.
Do you have a lot of people in this community that come to you for custom work or have ideas that you bring to fruition for them?
Yes, that is really the majority of our work. I would guesstimate probably 85% of it. I mean, obviously with this type of business, if you create something for somebody or sell them something, most typically they're going to have a repair also. Danielle Brinker, who's the other jeweler designer here, she graduated from the Center for Creative Studies about 3 years ago, and so she brings a great eye for design to our pieces, and that is the majority of our work, yes.
What differentiates you from a regular jeweler store that you would see at the mall?
Well, first of all, we have been very careful with our vendors. Now, I'll remind you that most of our colored stones, obviously the metal, do come from other countries. But what we do is, and we really have no option with that, that's just life. That's the world order. But what we do is that with our vendors, we're very careful to find pieces that are manufactured here, such as our charms, such as our sterling and stone lines, and our bridal lines and so forth. They're all manufactured here in the United States. A lot of the things that you see in the mall stores are manufactured overseas, and also we do gain a lot of repair from that because it's simply, there's a reason why it's inexpensive and made over there. It's not made as well. And so that's where we pride ourselves on, one, having a great design. It's a very comfortable, warm, and fun experience for the customer when they come in because they're not being sold something. We're helping them attain an end where they've had input with their design, using materials that they have or we have or both. And then in the very end, it's made to very high quality standards. 19.5 carats in the necklace itself, and then the diamond drop in the center is a carat 33. You're looking at a total of $33,000 for the piece.
Wow, yes. When I saw this, I thought this looked like something for royalty.
You know, I've had a lot of women say, well, where would I wear it? And I say, well, wear it to Kroger. If you got it, why not?
Oh, this is a everyday shopping necklace. Oh, okay.
If you want it, if you want to do that, that's great. What would I wear with it? Well, don't wear anything.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today. Hi, I'm Ken LaPlace and I'm the new director here at OCTV, and I'm on a recruiting mission. I want you to join us. Here at OCTV, we're launching a new revolution in public access television, one that's going to take us in a direction that's exciting and challenging. We're not just going to make videos here, we're going to make real movies. Movies, for example, with real Hollywood equipment, just like you see here. We're going to make exciting videos for online, things that you'll be interested in, and you're going to have a real creative mind to join us, but that's what I want. And then we'll be able to take all that creativeness that you have and be able to put that into our editing systems here, some of the finest software packages on the market. We'll teach you how to do animation. We'll teach you how to do motion graphics and put together your videos. And yes, like I said, we'll be able to do some really cool movies here. We'll be able to do that because we have a lot of equipment that you, as a movie maker and a video person, will love. For example, we've got all the lighting utensils here. We have plenty of sound gear. Say you want to become a TV reporter. Well, we have an entire set here, and I'll be able to teach you how to be a multimedia journalist, and you'll be able to take that information and hopefully maybe you can get a job. I've been in the business for over 30 years, and I intend to teach you how to take my experience and use it for your benefit. And of course, we've got sound stages. We're going to do all kinds of bands and interviews, and I need your creative minds to be able to say, hey, look, I can help you dress this out. I can tell you what kind of shows I want, but it's going to take you. I'm on a mission. I need your help. OCTV, come on down. Talk to me. Again, I'm Ken LaPlace.
As this is an example, we created this engagement ring for this young lady, and now she's going to be getting married the first of the year. We're now creating the wedding bands for her, which she wanted one for each side. So again, starting with our wax bar, we cut down to the dimensions that she wanted, which she wants to mimic basically the shank with the diamonds on the top and the sides for each band. So we've shaped our bands to fit. They have a slight azure on, just as you'll see on the engagement ring. And then at this point, now that we've got them to the contours that we want, we're going to start drilling holes for where all the diamonds are going to fall on the band. At that point, again, we'll send it out, have it cast. We get it back from the caster. It'll be in 14 karat white gold, and then we'll sit down and begin to set the stones, which I'll show you on the other side of the bench. We're at that point exactly on another piece that we're creating for stock.
How long does this process take you guys here to cast this in wax and figure this out, typically?
Well, if it's a relatively simple piece, such as this shank and this piece here, I may have 3 to 4 hours into it. Where again, we've gone through the carving process with the wax, And we've got it back from the caster. This is 14 karat white gold, which is a piece that we've created specifically for this aquamarine. And so the stone's going to be placed in there. And what I will do is I have various tools. I have small punches and so forth that I'm actually going to push that metal with a hammer and a punch over on top of the stone, which is called burnish setting. And then at that point, what I'll do is I'll have that stone set. I'll go back. I get my tray of diamonds, which are laid out in smaller sizes for each size that I need. And I'll pick a stone. And you can see where it's been pre-drilled for all the diamonds.
Yeah.
So then I'll go in and start placing the stones in. Once I have all the stones set, then we'll proceed to go back and finish polish the whole piece and bring it to perfection. We'll put a very reasonable price on it and hopefully sell it at Christmas.
So this is just something you guys created. Someone didn't come in and...
That's correct. That's for our showcase.
Oh, okay. Cool. Very different. So I imagine a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of trust factor with jewelry. And if someone goes somewhere and they think maybe it's not their diamond, they could probably bring it in here. As we talked about, how would you determine that whether or not that's their diamond?
You're right. There is a lot of apprehension with that. It's, again, a very personal thing. It might have been handed down through the family, or because it's something that people normally do not work with on a daily basis like we do. There's a lot of unknowns there. So what we have done, and we do this quite often, is we've assembled a number of tools here that will help identify your stone. And so, first of all, a good thing to start out with, if you haven't purchased your diamond yet, is if you purchase one, again, this goes back to Gemological Institute of America, which is a nonprofit organization. They've developed grading standards for diamonds. So if you're going to purchase a stone, a good idea is to have a certificate on it because, again, no stone is absolutely flawless. Right. Very few are, let's put it that way. They are out there. So what this will show you is color clarity, how it's cut, and then it also plots out, it's like a map or fingerprint of the diamond of where the flaws are.
Okay.
So if your stone didn't come with a certificate, which a lot of older stones have not, I can show you using the microscope exactly where the inclusions in that diamond are, which again act as a fingerprint for your stone.
Right.
So I can show you and say at 9 o'clock you've got a carbon spot there, at, you know, a little bit at 11 o'clock in the center, you may have a small cloud. That's all visible under magnification here, which you can't mistake it. Once the customer, the client gets that image in their mind, they can see it. When they get their stone back from me, they can look at it again and they'll see exactly the same characteristics. Also, another machine that I have, a lot of jewelers do not, is a color grading machine so that I can take their diamond and it actually uses a spectrum, a beam of light. Once the diamond's placed on there, it's distributed through the dome, and once I have the stone placed on the machine, it'll actually determine exactly what the color of their diamond is. Really? And I can do it with a mounted or unmounted stone and any shape. Then another tool that we use is called a duplex refractometer and then a polariscope. And one of the reasons why gemstones exhibit certain colors is because of their chemical makeup, and depending on the species, they all bend light differently. So what this machine does here is that we place a thin sheath of oil on the optical side of it. We place the stone upside down and then put the cover on it, and then we use the polariscope, which is a light source, through the back. There's a scale that runs up and down inside the viewfinder, and depending on what the stone is, whether it's a sapphire, a diamond, a tourmaline, whatever it is, it'll show up on the scale of where that light is being refracted or bent at. And that will tell me, usually 98% of the time, what type of material it is, whether it is a tourmaline or a diamond or a sapphire. So that's another way of identifying a diamond or a sapphire or whatever colored stone you would have. Another tool is using ultraviolet black light, which you can't really see. I'll just turn off the light for a moment. How's that? Does that work for you?
Oh yeah, that's cool. All different kinds of colors coming out now.
Yes. Isn't that great?
That is cool.
Again, every diamond has a characteristic of that or not.
So that would be documented?
That would be documented, yes.
I don't know how to turn your yeah.
Besides the fact that we can hand carve our designs, we've actually embraced technology here also. To create this piece or a bracelet, if we have a specific need, it could be a ring even. We used a computer-aided designed program to draw up our piece and then translate that language into a computer program that we can feed into a laser-guided point of light that actually builds the piece up from a pool of resin.
So this is one of the unique pieces we talked about earlier, right?
Yes.
This is quartz amethyst?
Amethyst is quartz, yes.
Okay.
And similar to citrine and the other, say like, what's another quartz? Smoky topaz. It's not, well, it's actually smoky quartz. It's not topaz. Most people mistake it as that. So it is part of the quartz family. And so when you see an amethyst, basically this is what the host material looks like.
Right.
This actually is from Brazil. And we
Maybe
had
Heather,
these.
do you want to try it on? Did you do
Sure.
that? I don't know how to do the clasp.
Depending on the neckline and so forth, I mean, most people that have tried it on so far have found it very, very comfortable.
Yeah, it's so unique, and what's so impressive even to me is how inexpensive that is.
Yes, we're thinking that it should be about $1,300.
Yeah.
And so it's a great conversation piece. It's something classic that would never go out of style. Yeah. And you know, you could wear it dressy or casual.
Yeah. And couture, one of a kind, right?
Absolutely. And then you've got the color spectrum on it also. And if you actually look, you can see that it's genuine because it has the host material on the back.
Right.
And so you know it's the real McCoy.
And then one day, if you want, you can flip them all over and go with a bedrock type style necklace. If you're Wilma for Halloween.
Absolutely. Better bring some Band-Aids with you.
I know, right? These are going to poke you a little bit.
Well, you know, you do have some.
Beauty is pain, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Mark, thank you so much for showing me around. I feel like I learned a lot today.
My pleasure. I hope we met your expectations.
Yeah, and I might be back around the holidays to do a little shopping myself.
That would be wonderful. We'll
All right.
have hot chocolate, coffee, maybe something else for you.
I love that story. All right,
Beautiful
thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Well, it's that time of year, and if you're looking for a gift for that special someone, definitely check out Mark A. Young Jewelers. I learned so much, and I didn't even realize that diamonds had such a fingerprint where you could check the color and the flaws. And so if you're feeling insecure about something you've taken to another jeweler, bring it here and he'll verify whether or not it's the real thing. Great time. Mark's a great guy, so come check this place out. And remember, next time we might be taking a walk in your neighborhood. walking downtown Oxford and I'm going way out of my element. I'm at Dubz Bikes and Boards and I'm gonna hop on a skateboard. This may not be pretty. Hey, how you doing? I'm David.
Good, how are you? I'm Joe. So, you guys, you ready to get on a board and go skate today?
I guess that's what we're doing, so we'll see what happens.
All right, man. It'll be fun. Let's see what it goes. Okay.
Tell me about this place.
Dubz, it opened up last year, October 1st, and it carries all action sports equipment, longboarding, skateboards, BMX bikes, mountain bikes, snowboards, bindings, wheels, trucks, everything you need to get out there and go skateboard or bike or snowboard.
Do you do both of those or all of those things?
I do a little bit of biking. I snowboard during the winter, longboard all the time during the off-season of snowboarding, and not so much skateboarding. I just stick to longboarding.
What's the difference for someone like me? I have no idea what the difference between longboarding and skateboarding is.
Skateboarding is a smaller deck, a lot shorter wheelbase, smaller trucks. These are like your trucks, smaller wheels. They're for like flip tricks or like grinding, like rails or like sidewalk curbs. And longboarding's for like downhilling, slides, just like maybe taking into like skateboard like bowls and stuff. Just built for speed and sliding mostly.
What do you like about this store, like for you personally?
I like it's a really good atmosphere. The people here are great. Get to meet a lot of new people, a lot of new friends. They're really helpful. They have a lot to offer, a lot of like good equipment, and it's just an all-around great place.
Do you come in here and test things out?
Yeah, I come in here. I'll stand on the boards if I, want a new deck or something different. But I have my own stuff.
You're pretty young. You told me what? You're 16.
Yep, 16.
Is this something that you're happy to see because there probably aren't a lot of places like this?
Yeah, I'm really happy to see this. I mean, it's great for the community, it's great for the kids. They come out here and they see all these different types of sports and they get into it. It's just it's a real good thing for the community.
Sometimes the boarding has a little bit of a bad reputation. Do you want to debunk that?
It has a bad reputation, but I haven't met one bad person that skateboards or longboards. They're all cool people. Real like open to different things. They're just good people.
Tell me what kind of tricks or whatever you're gonna do in the back. Just describe this for me.
I'll do a few slides, a few stand-up slides, maybe a few shove-its. Can ollie my board a little bit. Manuals. That's really all you can do on a longboard. So.
Are you qualified to teach me how to do this?
Yeah, I could teach you. Put your left foot forward.
Okay.
And then kick with your back. Does that feel better?
That looked better.
Yeah, that looked a lot better than what you...
Is that goofy?
Yeah, that's goofy riding.
No, wait.
Yeah, that...
It's right.
Yeah, goofy. Or...
I feel like I'm so tall too, it's not fair. My center of gravity is not as low as yours. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
You short?
Hey.
I kid.
It's all right.
You'll still grow, kid. Don't you worry.
There you go.
Yeah, short is mom, short.
I'm taller than my whole family.
Ooh. Are you supposed to do this too, or is that's surfing?
You can. It's a different type of style. You can do it.
It's a different type of style. You'll get made fun of, but go ahead.
Uh-oh. Let me go turn around.
All right, I've been practicing inside here on the carpet. Joe thinks I'm ready to go outside, so we're gonna go outside with the board. I don't think I'm ready, but he thinks I am, so this could be disastrous. Let's go find out. I don't want to show off. Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah.
There we go.
What's up?
Try at least. Wall.
Wall. Okay, how much do you do it? Yeah. A little bit, sure.
It's kind of like a snowboard. It's not bad.
So you do some fancy tricks for us?
Yeah. Where do you want me to
Like, I don't know, what do you do? Would you grind on that curve or something?
I'm
kidding, I'm kidding.
Can't grind, but I can do like a.
You were doing some fancy footwork there.
I have with my pintail, not this board yet though. It's the first. So.
Awesome.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody... I remember what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
So excited that I did not break any bones today. How awesome was Joe? Doing all those tricks, flipping his board around. Maybe someday if I keep practicing, I can be as good as him. And you probably could be too if you come down to Dubz. Remember, next time we may be taking a walk in your neighborhood.